Hello, Gemini. What's up? Welcome back to the Illest Illuminator. We are going to do your He Said, She Said game way back, but it never gets old actually, but it's been a while since I've done it. However, I did record a 35 minutes reading and the microphone just died, so I have to redo it. Thank God the cards are imprinted in my head when it comes to the He Said, She Said, so I knew how to pull them off. So we're going to start with you. And for those that are new, the top row will be about the divine feminine and the bottom row will be about the divine masculine. Feel free to reverse the energies and do check out your other signs as well as the cross watcher, as there is a lot of information for you there as well. Now, in the recent past with the situation, you have the King of Cups with the Page of Wands in the reverse. So it looks like you've been pouring in a lot of love into the situation. Could be dealing with a fire sign, Sagittarius, Aries, or Leo, or a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. But it feels like at one certain point, the conversation died out, or you were getting a little bit of a passive aggressive type of short end type of communication back. So you felt the need to emotionally kind of like withdraw yourself and to keep yourself maintaining within your position of control here. Okay. In your person's energy or the divine masculine's energy, we have a very surprising tower with the King of Wands. So this just makes me feel as if someone's passion override their mental or emotional point of view. Okay, so this could be like either they were just like all over you at once, or they had like some sort of, again, I'm getting like an outburst of either aggression or passion. Okay, like so it could be like either or, but it was something that really caught you a little bit off guard, meaning like you start to feel like, hey, there is some sort of a red flag within this person. So either they expose themselves in a way or expose their desires in a way that was like a red flag to you, because right now you are in a position of the Seven of Swords with the High Priestess in the reverse. So you felt like whatever they were hiding all this time, it got exposed. Like either that was like their, I'm calling it some sort of aggression because that's what it feels like, or some sort of anger, or some sort of overly driven on power type of dynamic, because this is actually Leo, like Leo and Mars type of energy, and trying to get some sort of control. And if they don't get the control that they want, they behave in a way that could be like seen as a red flag to you, or like something that was built on a faulty foundation here. So with the Seven of Swords and the High Priestess reverse, you might be getting into an energy of like not trusting them anymore, feeling like they expose themselves, they expose their desires or their hidden motives or then their hidden intentions. So there is this lack of trust within you. And also what I'm seeing here is in their energy is they treated you unfairly here. And now that you've withdrawn your energy, they are going inward to really think about what they've done and take some sort of accountability. They haven't came forward yet, but they know that their actions have led to some sort of outcome that they need to fix within themselves. They weren't fair, they weren't honest, they weren't treating you in a just way, and now they're kind of like withdrawing to reflect on their behavior, as that has caused some sort of, cause and effect in the situation here. Now, in your blockage, we have the Knight of Swords with the Four of Cups. So it feels to me as if you are really withholding yourself from expressing what this apathy has led to. You feel a sense of rejection or disappointment, and you feel also the need to question them, to kind of like go into the argument. However, I do feel like you are blocking yourself. You're restraining yourself right now to not like kind of like go into the conversation or kind of like try to ask them questions, because you feel like if you go on that road, they may act in a different way, or you will not get the outcome that you're desiring right now. So, okay. In their blockage, we have the Six of Swords reversed, the Devil, all right, and the Five of Pentacles. So whatever this toxicity is that they met you with, they know that it's only causing them to feel a loss for you. They know and they regret a lot of things. However, they feel like they are still bound to not being able to change. Okay, the devil is indicating that there could be some sort of addiction going on, possessiveness, controlling energy, or even some sort of aggression. Okay, like, because we see that with the King of Wands and the Tower. Now, I don't want to keep on saying aggression, but it does feel like someone's true desires or true intentions got revealed. Um, Maybe they did something, or I don't know, maybe they touch you in a way where you're like, whoa, buddy, what the fuck are you doing? Like something in that energy. And they have some sort of obsession here. And this addiction or obsession keeps on making them lose things. So this could be even a gambling addiction, right? Like it keeps on making them lose money. And they can't seem to have a peace of mind, yet they can't seem to detach themselves either from whatever this toxicity is with the devil. So your intentions here are the 10 of Swords. So you may feel like, well, the worst is over. I've seen what I needed to see. And you might be tying loose ends here. Even though it is painful, you are questioning yourself if this is truly what you want to pursue, or if it's not what you want to pursue, you're ready to end the situation. Even though it may feel like it's a heavy and painful ending, you're still intending to kind of like get this energy out of your system. Now, for their energy is the King of Cups reversed. So they feel emotionally neglected here. They felt like you were always going to be there validating whatever they do, whatever they say. Like you will always give them the benefit of the doubt. But now you've changed a little bit of your tactics. You are being, I don't want to say deceptive, but you're also not showing all that you've seen. It's almost like you saw something and then you reacted on it without communicating. It's more like taking a little bit of a distant approach, like, man, I do not tolerate this, but without going into the conversation of it, which makes them feel like, man, I'm depleted now. I'm not receiving any validation back or any guidance back from Gemini. They used to do it, but now they don't. You left them lingering in the dark, questioning their own behaviors. Now, in your outside influence, this is the King of Wands reversed. This individual is truly, truly upset and also a little bit pissed off, angry. All right, like this could be a fire sign, Sagittarius, Aries, or Leo, but they feel entitled to get your love. They feel entitled for you to feed onto their energy. Even though they know that whatever they did caused the separation, they feel like you need to keep on putting in the work. And if you don't, they feel like they lost the power over you. So whenever someone has felt like they lost the power, they get into an anxiety mode. And this person's anxiety is really peaking up to them. And they could do things that are quite irrational or unexpected. And very unpredictable energy is what I'm picking up on. So be mindful of that. Now, with the Emperor and the Ace of Cups reversed, again, this is an indication of someone that tries to control people, try to control what they give in terms of love as well. This could be someone that has been through a very suppressed or lonely relationship in the past. All right. So also someone that is not very open emotionally. They suppress a lot of their emotions. And when people really suppress their own feelings and emotions, they are also most likely not able to receive any love and emotions. All right. They're very controlling in everything that they express and do. Right. So what you don't see coming, and this is going to be the most shocking one, not yours, but actually both. Yeah. We got the Five of Pentacles and the Three of Swords. So it looks like to me that you shut the door on them and you allow them to just like live in their misery for a moment. You know, or maybe you don't, but you know that they are deeply hurt by you not really wanting to communicate anymore. You not really pointing out what they need to fix within themselves. It's like every time you tried, this person felt like they had like control, like you care for them. the moment that you withdraw your energy, they feel completely lost without you. Like, this is someone that feels completely scattered and lost without your communication directions. You know what I mean? Like, usually you are the one that advises them or tells them, like, hey, pick up your socks. You know what I mean? Just saying. But now that you don't do it, they feel like, okay, what the hell? So they felt like, I don't know, I don't want to say like you were like mothering them as a divine, but you did have like the power to kind of like build them up. And now they like you drop them, okay? Like, you drop them. Let me have a sip of water. Seriously, I haven't said that since I did the last he said she said game somewhere last year. Let me have a sip of water. For those that know me for, I don't know, 7 years here on YouTube, I used to say that all the time in my readings, like, let me have a sip of water. Man, always good. It's a Cancer moon today. So by the time that you will see it, it will be the 1st of July probably, but or even later, because I'm doing these readings based on the light. So yeah, you are kind of like the last one standing, Gemini. Anyway, the shocking one, this is the shocking one. What they don't see coming is the Three of Wands and the Queen of Cups. So they are still expecting you to have this emotionally secure energy within you to invite them, okay? Like, to guide them, to love them. This is what, hello Gemini, what's up? Welcome back. We are going to do the he said she said game. I know you guys have been requesting it for quite some time, and we are bringing it back. So I will be doing them based on the amount of likes, just to keep it fair for my energy as well. So please make sure to like if you want your reading to be out first. Now, for those that are new, this is a divine feminine versus a divine masculine tarot reading, and it will go very deep psychologically. If I feel the need, there will be an extended. If not, that's about it. Okay, so let's get it started. Let's get it started for Gemini. Let's start with your energy. What's going on in this connection for my lovely Geminis? I do see the Hangman. You know, I feel like you guys are a little bit tired of like being in suspension, waiting for something or getting some sort of clarity. So this is definitely a sign that you are moving yourself out of that suspension. No more waiting, no waiting game, no, not expecting some sort of message or an expectation of someone. It's like you completely like disclosure yourself out of it. Right, like Judgment in the reverse. You may feel like there is something that didn't get off the ground or didn't get like the renewal that you were hoping for because the suspension time was too long. Sorry. So let's see the past situation that you're coming from. You've got the King of Cups, which is a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, but then the Page of Wands reverse. So this is a very imbalanced connection that you have been in. Like, you emotionally pouring in, doing all sorts of things, loving them, caring for them, you know, going above and beyond. But the amount of communication that you were receiving back was just very minimum. It was like passive aggressive. So it feels like maybe you guys were trying to make something up with someone, and that person was just like holding that accountable to you and just like giving you less and less just for you to understand, like, hey, I'm still mad at you. Yeah, Judgment reverse. It's like you wanted someone's forgiveness or you wanted someone's, I don't know, but the Judgment in the reverse just makes me believe that this person was holding you accountable for something or judging you for something, and they weren't really ready to face their own. Because, you know, there within a relationship, there's always two sides of the coin. Both people can do some wrongs, right? Like, but this feels like you kind of like acknowledge your wrongdoings, but this person was not able to acknowledge their wrongdoings, which postponed like this renewal, postponed like this judgment day. Okay, like one person needs to judge themselves as well, and it feels like it was one-sided judgment. It was like you judging yourself for some things, but they were not taking accountability for theirs. So you lost a little bit of interest here. Even though you love them, you lost a little bit of your mojo, your interest. But they didn't. Okay, I like this. Ooh, Two of Cups even at the bottom of the deck. The King of Wands with the Tower. Now, the Tower does indicate that something huge shifted within them. And even though that they're not letting you know all that there needs to be known, their passion for you is just like overpowering them. This is like Mars and Leo. Like literally that Mars and Leo just got them like a big bang. You know what I mean? They have their eyes on you. Absolutely. But with that Page of Wands being in the reverse, which is also the fire energy, you're not getting much out of it. However, like energetically, I do feel like they're pulling and pushing on your energy. And it's like very extreme. Like this King of Wands energy is a very extremely passionate energy, extremely passionate person, but they may have some toxicity within them that they needed to let go of, or they have like outbursts, okay, like some sort of outbursts that are getting in the way. But they have a deep emotions for you. Look at that, Two of Cups and a King of Cups, but they're holding it inside most of the time. You may feel like they only want like the intimate part of this connection while you want the emotional part. But deep down, there are layers of a lot of emotion. So even if they show you only like the intimate physical part, there is more. Okay, there is more here. Going into the future, Seven of Swords, not trusting them, feeling like they're hiding. Like, yeah, this is like a Jekyll and Hyde type of energy. Especially seeing this Tower, King of Wands, and the King of Cups. The High Priestess reversed, waiting for some sort of truth to be revealed, waiting for their deception to be revealed, but you're closing yourself off. Like you're starting to behave in the same way, like avoiding communication with them, not really wanting to chase this. Like I keep on seeing you really trying to avoid having this deep conversation because you just don't trust them right now. You feel like this person did you wrong, or karmically tried to tie you into a situation that was unfair to you. Okay, so with that King of the Devil and the Justice reverse, you may have felt like this person truly tricked you into a toxic situation that you didn't deserve, but they haven't truly admitted that. So it's like your intuition is kind of like telling you like, hey, be mindful. We do have the Justice coming through here on their side. So they most likely know that they've done something wrong and that they need to come forward to set the balance straight again. Speak up from authenticity, honesty, and truth. Yeah. And we've got the Hermit. So yeah, your behavior of like withdrawing your energy and giving them exactly what they deserve here is prompting them actually to go inward and to see like, hey, I should take accountability for this. Like this wasn't fair. It's almost like they gave you something that was toxic and they lied about it. Like there was some sort of deception here involved, and they know that they've done you wrong in this, and they're retreating a little bit just to see like, okay, this is karma. Like I'm going to get my karma if I don't address this. But the problem is, how do I freaking address this issue? Like it's so toxic that it can just only cause for more conflict. And they see you really withholding, like you're not paying attention to them. You're not allowing them breadcrumbing you. You're just like completely detach yourself here. Page of Pentacles reversed. What's the blockage for you? Knight of Swords. So you have a lot on your mind to tell. Like you want to have this clear communication, but you're probably just holding yourself back here, Gemini. Yeah, absolutely. Restraining yourself. Really trying to not speak because you know that if you kind of like attack them on it and try to investigate on the situation, have this conversation, they'll probably just like withdraw and leave you a little bit like clueless or without any answers. But yeah, Four of Cups, like It's something that's really bothering you, but you are choosing to not talk about it. You're choosing to not act radical on it because, coming from that Four of Cups, this place of emotionally being dissatisfied or feeling even abandoned or rejected in the situation, it's motivating you to ask answers of like why, right? Like why that person did this, but you're blocking yourself. That's what I'm getting. You're trying to keep the control here. You're trying to keep your maintenance here, biting your tongue, biding your time even maybe, and just restraining yourself, having like a restraining order on your mouth. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't going to talk. Like, nope. Let them come forward type of energy. And we can see again why. Gosh. The Six of Swords, the Devil again, the Five of Pentacles, and the Magician. They put themselves in a very toxic situation here. This might be someone that